Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, to a news roundup coming up for you today. And in today's video, we are going to be talking the very latest on Neymar, as Barcelona reportedly put in their first offer. The bar has been set. How will PSG react to that, and what players are we going to be exchanging in a potential deal? But first and foremost, what I am going to be discussing is our left-back situation. So if you are bored of the Neymar talk, if you don't really want to hear about Neymar, first and foremost, it's about the left-back situation, because quite frankly, it's starting to get here more encouraging. All of that and some more, it's coming right up. Let's do this. So if we start first and foremost with yet another official signing, another new arrival this summer, but this one is a little bit different simply because we are going to start by talking about Marc Cucurella, because as we expected, yesterday Barcelona did indeed activate their buyback clause on Cucurella, who Eibar had signed, of course, earlier on this summer, permanently after his loan spell there last season for €2 million. Barcelona, though, have taken the option there to re-sign him immediately there via the buyback clause. He'll sign for €4 million, and the player now will join up with Barcelona for pre-season training. The problem is, though, right now, we don't really know what sort of route we're going to take with Marc Cucurella. Where does his future lie? Because Barcelona may have just brought him back here. They may have just re-signed him simply because they know they could sell him on here for a bit more profit. They could sell him on this summer, reportedly, for 10 to 12 million euros, and that there would be a few extra million euros, which would certainly be of use to us in the summer transfer window. Or could there still be a place for Cucurella in the first team? He is going to join up with pre-season. He is going to do some training now in front of Ernesto Valverde. Is there still a chance here that he can really prove himself and actually be that backup this season for Jordi Alba? Because Cucurella, of course, is a left-back by trade. That's the position that he played at Barcelona beat the majority of the time, but he did spend most of last season at Eibar playing in the left midfield position, and there is some potential there, certainly, to be that backup left-back. He could slot into that role. He is a more attack-minded player, but certainly at Barcelona, I don't think really that he would look out of place on that left wing-back side. And he is right now just 20 years old. He'll turn 21 next week, so there's talent there, there's no doubt about it. But if I have to say right now, if I had to really go one way or the other, I would say that Cucurella has been brought back here only to sell him on. I don't think right now that Barcelona are fully convinced by Cucurella. I also think the last season is going to play a part. I think the fact that we thought Miranda might be a better backup, we thought we might be able to trust in Miranda, Valverde never ever took to that, and I just think this season it would be too much of a risk here to actually assume that Valverde would trust Cucurella, that he would play him in that role. I think we're going to bring somebody in, and on that subject we are going to move now to a possible incoming and what I think would be a really good acquisition, because right here and now we are going to talk about Real Betis' Junior Firpo in the left back role, because over the last few weeks, there's no doubt about it, we've been inquiring with Betis, we've been sounding them out there over a possible deal for their left back here, Junior Firpo, and right now he is still a genuine possibility. We certainly want to sign him, we certainly have that interest in him. The only question now is, can we agree a fee? Can we get it over the line? And is it more than we either have or we want to pay right now? And interestingly enough, though, Real Betis right now, they have just signed Pedraza from Villarreal, who did spend much of last season playing at left back. So Real Betis effectively right now have just signed themselves a brand new left back. He's going to come in, a talented player, and that means there, Firpo could be on his way out. But is it going to be to Barcelona? Because right now there are certainly some other clubs interested as well. But right now in the local media in Barcelona, it's very clear we do have an interest in Firpo, but there are contrasting views, because right now Cat Radio came out yesterday saying that Junior Firpo is definitely the man that Barcelona want to count on. They want to bring him in this summer. He is the man they need in that left back role, and Cucurella is not an option in that position according to Cat Radio. They say that Barcelona believe that Firpo perfectly fits the role, he perfectly fits the profile there at left back, and the club right now are trying very hard to close this signing. However, Mundo Deportivo come out with a slightly different version of that. They say, although Firpo does remain an option, Barcelona right now are leaving Betis waiting. We're not closing the deal, we haven't paid what they want. MD still maintain here, there is still another left back option waiting in the wings that is a concrete option for Barcelona that's not Junior Firpo. And finally, Sergo even further, saying that Barcelona again do want Firpo, but they're not willing to pay the 25 million euros that Betis are currently demanding to sign Junior Firpo this summer, which for me me there, seems like such a fair price. That seems like a really decent deal there. 25 million euros for such an exciting player, for a young, talented left-back. He's got La Liga experience. He really impressed last season under Quique Setien, and he can also play in a number of roles as well. Last season, of course, he played in a back three, played in a back five, played in a back four. Firpo is certainly very, very flexible. And let's not forget here, he's still only 22 years old, with so much room still to improve. And I think there, to be honest, you look at Firpo, you look at his characteristics, you look at his style, even the price there, he seems like the perfect fit to come in, not only as a backup for Jordi Alba, but actually to come in and challenge him this season. That's what we need. Somebody to come in and demand the maximum out of the players ahead of them. Alba will have to really be on his game. He'll have to play consistently. He'll have to be good defensively and offensively to keep Firpo out the team, and that's the way that it should be. And I think in the coming days we're going to see certainly more on this story, because Barcelona are definitely interested, but they are right now haggling over that fee. They don't really want to pay the full 25 million euros. I think that's a decent price, but at the same time, maybe the two clubs there could come to a compromise, because earlier on this summer, Real Betis did show a bit of interest there in Juan Miranda. Could he be included in the deal? Could we get the fee down that way? We are going to have to wait and see, but Firpo, certainly on the radar, and for me, a very, very decent option. But of course, guys, there is a reason this summer why we're trying to save every possible euro in the transfer window so far, and that is because of Neymar Jr. And I just want to say right here and now, he 110% wants to leave. That right now, we really know that Neymar wants to leave, because Thomas Tuchel, the coach of course of PSG, came out yesterday to the French media and said yes, Neymar does indeed want to leave the club this summer. I have been informed, PSG know about it, he wants to leave. Tuchel even went on to say there that he knew Neymar wanted to leave even before Copa America started this summer. So Neymar certainly made his intentions very, very clear, very, very early in the transfer window. PSG now have known this was coming. And I just want to say here, Thomas Tuchel, he renewed his contract earlier on this summer at Paris Saint-Germain. They do really put their faith in him. They want him to take them forward, take them there to the Champions League. And he doesn't really strike me as a coach who wants players around the club who don't want to be there. He doesn't want any messing. He wants players there who are 100% committed. And Neymar right now is not that. He wants out. And I think there, PSG putting their faith in Tuchel, making him the man to take them forward. I don't think there he's going to want Neymar around next season. And that puts even more pressure on Paris Saint-Germain right now to sell this summer. They simply have to sell their star man if he really does start to kick up a fuss here. Because even if it's not the deal that PSG want, even if they don't get exactly the sort of money and the players they want in exchange, they know right now to compete for the Champions League next season, they so desperately want that title. They really, really do. And to get that, they need there a fully united squad and a very, very hard-working group of players. And Neymar right now simply doesn't fit there into those characteristics. He wants out. He's made it very, very clear, and he could cause some problems if you keep him around. And that brings me here onto L'Équipe, of course, the big news outlet in France that have come out here with some big information on Neymar this summer. They've come out here with Barcelona's reported opening offer to sign Neymar this summer, and they've come out here with a very, very big, very bold headline, which says, very clearly as you can see, very bad deal. That's how L'Équipe describe Barcelona's first offer, after they say, we made an offer there of 40 million euros plus Felipe Coutinho and also Ivan Rakitic. So two players there, Coutinho, Rakitic, plus 40 million in cash, and they're saying there, very bad deal. And I actually disagree with that. I don't think actually that's a bad deal. When you look at the position that PSG are in, right now, they've got to realise they're not really in the driving seat. Yes, Neymar has a contract, we know that. Neymar does have a contract. He could certainly stay at Paris Saint-Germain, but like I say, he's going to cause a fuss. He is going to cause a fuss. He is going to unsettle the camp. PSG do not want that. And let's not forget here, they're paying this guy 775,000 euros every single week to kick up a fuss. Is that what you really want? Is that what you want, Paris Saint-Germain? I don't really think they're in a position to be calling the shots. Coutinho is a very, very good player. You get the best out of him. He's clearly worth there over 100 million euros. Ivan Rakitic, of course, obviously somebody this summer who I feel we can afford to lose, but at the same time, he still is a player who would command a decent price, and 40 million to go with that. What I want to say right here and now, though, is that Barcelona will start low. This won't be the final offer. This this won't be probably our best offer, but at the same time, we're not just going to go in really high. We're going to play the waiting game here, wait for things to play out, just wait for PSG to get anxious, to get nervous, and start getting fed up with Neymar, and then maybe as the summer goes on, they're going to be thinking, right, we've got to take what we can get, and Barcelona may end up getting a better deal in that case. What I want to make it absolutely clear of right now, though, guys, is that Ousmane Dembélé will not be part of any deal, and that's what I want to say, and that's a really encouraging part of this deal for me right now, is that Dembélé will not be included. The Spanish media and now the French media, they are in full agreement that number one, the player doesn't want to go, Dembélé wants to stay at Barcelona, and number two, Barca want him to stay, and they've made it clear, you're not going to be in this deal, you're not going to be included, you're not part of it, you are a player that we want in our team next season, and that for me is very, very positive. Dembélé stays, and the negotiations with Paris Saint-Germain over Neymar, oh, they continue. So please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, on our left-back situation. What would you like to see happen with Marc Cucurella this summer? And also, what do you think of Junior Firpo there? Do you think we should sign him? Do you think that €25 million is a fair price there for the talented player there coming in from Real Betis? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, let me know your thoughts on the ongoing situation with Neymar Jr. Thank you, as always, guys, for joining me today. And of course, I'll be seeing you soon with more videos. But until next time, as always, Vasca el Barça.
Barça, Barça.